Montana 700 and NBA Youngboy were supposed to be all about the music that night until one moment flipped the script.
But I really want to see. I'm trying to see what it's about. These hoes, Mikey, these be on my dick so bad. These watch me from a jail cell, man.
Now, a new video is going viral, fans are losing it, and what followed shocked everyone. Rumors of disses, silent shots, and street tension. This might be the start of something way bigger than anyone expected. Let's get into it. The setup. At first, nobody expected a small misunderstanding at a local show to turn into one of the most talked about low-key beefs in the southern rap scene. But that's exactly what happened between Montana 700 and NBA Youngboy. What started as simple backstage tension became the center of rumors, live videos, and indirect shots that fans still argue about today. It all began when Montana 700 showed up at a Dallas event where some of Youngboy's affiliates were performing. The crowd was hyped, the energy was crazy, and for most people, it was just another night of good music. But somewhere behind the curtains, things started to shift. According to people who were there was confusion about whether Montana was mocking Youngboy during a short freestyle moment. Some said it was all fun, others claimed it was shade. Either way, the word spread fast. Montana took a shot at YB.
Hey, Montana, 100. Listen here. You ain't bigger than the program, Pop. You gotta pipe this shit. Home's on the cold money run right now, so like you want some hate shit, some clout chase shit, you gotta get your music catalog, all this shit before you try to go.
Now, in hip-hop, rumors like that don't stay quiet for long. Within hours, clips were all over TikTok and Instagram, edited with captions like Montana disses Youngboy or YB gets pressed in Dallas. That's when things really started to heat up. Youngboy's fan base, known for being one of the most loyal and reactive online, took offense quickly. They began digging into old interviews and lives where Montana had commented about YB's style, especially when he mentioned the nail polish situation. It didn't take long before those old words got twisted into a new storm. Montana, on the other hand, didn't seem too bothered at first. He went live, laughed about it, and said people were making noise out of nothing. But his tone in that live was what got people talking again. Some saw confidence, others saw disrespect. In the clip, he said something like, "I don't care what that boy paints on his nails. That's his business, not mine." But when said with attitude, fans read between the lines. The situation might have stayed online, but things reportedly got physical at another event not long after. Rumors say Youngboy's crew confronted Montana about the things he'd said. No cameras, no official footage, just whispers and snippets that surfaced online. One side claimed it was nothing major, the other said YB pressed Montana and made it clear that disrespect wasn't gonna slide. From that point on, it was official. A new tension had entered the mix.
All you YB fans, better block me today, nigga. Just look on this whole payment, doing all type of whole shit. G Money, do the whole, really get on that Fredo shit. Stamp, nah, for real. My mama, brother, tell you.
And here's where it all gets real, because that one moment, whether it was an argument or just a talk, became the foundation of what fans now call one of the most random but real beefs in recent rap memory. What followed next wasn't just silence, it was music, subtle shots, and a lot of internet decoding. The clash. After that rumored backstage tension, things didn't cool down. They only got louder online. By the time a few clips from the event surfaced on TikTok, the internet had already decided there was a real beef brewing between Montana 700 and NBA Youngboy. And once fans started taking sides, it became impossible for either artist to stay quiet. Montana 700 was the first to really speak up. He didn't drop a diss track, at least not an obvious one, but he made a few subtle comments that caught people's attention. In one of his Instagram stories, he posted a line that said, "Real ones don't wear masks to prove they real." Fans immediately linked it to Youngboy's emo goth style and his tendency to experiment with looks that some old school rappers didn't understand. Montana didn't tag anyone, didn't say names, but the internet already knew who that was for.
Still got structure going on, so I don't know what going on. Montana hollering about, "Oh, you should have listened to that and listened to that." You could go be with that. Wrong with him, man. You know, we still putting shit up for cuz, man.
YB fans, being who they are, started flooding Montana's comment sections. They brought up Youngboy's achievements, record sales, and how no one could touch him lyrically or in the streets. Instead of backing down, Montana doubled down. In another live, he said, "I don't chase nobody. If you feel hit, that's your problem." That one sentence turned a spark into a fire. Within hours, fan pages were posting side-by-side videos. Montana's line versus Youngboy's lyrics from old songs that seemed like responses. It became a decoding game for fans everywhere. Then came what many call the digital standoff. Youngboy, who was mostly quiet about it publicly, suddenly dropped a clip on his alternate YouTube page. It wasn't a full song, just a snippet where he rapped a few raw bars. But one line stood out: "Talk tough from your phone, but never step in the zone." Fans were convinced that was aimed at Montana. No names again, but the timing was too perfect to ignore. The energy around this so-called beef grew crazy fast. YouTube commentators, Instagram pages, and Reddit threads started breaking it all down like detectives. Everyone had theories. Was this real or a publicity move? Was YB actually mad or just entertaining the drama? Montana didn't make it easy either. He shared a photo the next day in front of a studio with the caption, "Let's talk about it," followed by a smirking emoji.
You gotta get your music catalog, all this shit, but you try to go get the biggest artists in the motherfucking world, nigga. You a .com.
People close to both camps tried to calm it down, but online, things were already out of control. Every song lyric, every emoji, every caption became proof of shots being fired. And for a while, both rappers seemed to feed off the attention. Their names were trending together for weeks, not for collaborations, but conflict. By the end of that month, fans weren't just waiting for new songs, they were waiting for one to directly call out the other. The situation had evolved beyond interviews and lives. It was about to enter the booth, studio smoke. Once the back and forth reached the internet, there was only one place left for the tension to go: the studio. Both Montana 700 and NBA Youngboy are known for expressing everything through music, so it was only a matter of time before their bars started carrying hidden messages. And when that happened, fans went into full detective mode. The first track that caught attention came from Montana's side. It wasn't titled like a diss, but the lyrics told a different story. In one verse, he said something like, "Boy paint his nails, but swear he dangerous." It wasn't subtle. People instantly connected it to Youngboy. The line spread like wildfire on TikTok. Clips of fans reacting to it flooded YouTube Shorts, with everyone debating whether Montana was just stating an opinion or sending a message straight at YB's camp.
Shit, no. Do time stop? No.
And bro, then how's it ever gonna stop if he's like just get back, man? Like it's forever gonna happen.
Stop to the whole last man standing. That's what it is.
That's wild, bro. Last man standing.
Youngboy didn't waste time either. Just days later, he uploaded a snippet from an upcoming project, a dark, moody track with his classic emotional aggression. One particular line made people pause. "I see clowns trying to test me, won't say names, just address me." That was enough. YB fans said Montana had awakened a beast. The whole internet started counting this as another entry in YB's long list of rap feuds. But this one felt different. Smaller in scale, but heavier in energy. Montana 700 wasn't backing off. Instead, he leaned into it, using the spotlight to remind everyone he wasn't some random name. He started posting behind-the-scenes studio footage, showing himself recording late at night, typing captions like, "All facts, no fear." It was clear he wanted to prove he could stand toe-to-toe with a giant like Youngboy. Then came the reactions from other rappers. Some from Dallas and nearby scenes sided quietly with Montana, saying YB's fan base was too sensitive. Others warned Montana not to poke the bear. Even a few industry pages reported that YB's crew was keeping an eye on things. Nothing official, but in this world, rumors hit harder than press releases. What made this phase so interesting was how both rappers used silence as much as sound. Neither one called the other out directly, but both made sure the other's name was always in the air. YB fans started remixing the songs, adding clips of both artists, turning it into a full-blown social media war. Montana's supporters fired back, saying YB only picks fights when he knows he's safe behind his fame.
Everybody know, bro. YB know he turned. I know he turned. I know you know he turned. Everybody on the live know he turned. Everybody know YB that telling me he better fuck.
By the end of that month, both rappers had indirectly acknowledged each other multiple times. The beef had shifted from words to art. No interviews, no direct disses, just bars heavy with meaning. It was the kind of cold musical tension you could feel, but never quite define. And that's what made it addictive for fans. But behind the scenes, sources say things weren't just lyrical anymore. Rumors of real confrontations started creeping in again. Messages exchanged, locations hinted, the kind of stuff that makes fans wonder if this was still music or something deeper. Real pressure. When the music stopped talking and the streets started whispering, that's when everyone realized this Montana 700 and NBA Youngboy beef wasn't just an online echo anymore. It had crossed into real-life tension, the kind where you can feel something brewing even when no one's saying it directly. It all started when a video began circulating online showing a brief confrontation after an event in Texas. The clip was shaky, recorded from far away, and it didn't reveal much, but what it did show was enough to start another internet storm. Two groups of people facing off, voices getting loud, security stepping in between. Some fans swore they recognized one of Montana's partners in the video. Others claimed they saw someone from Youngboy's team. No one could confirm it, but that didn't stop people from claiming it was the night YB pressed Montana.
So I don't know if you see this, but I got pressed like 2 days ago.
I seen that, but I don't see his press. I don't think you got pressed, bro. I just think like, what you like. I guess his manager, like, you know what I mean, like, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, know who to do that shit with. Like, you know what I mean, like.
The rumors spread fast. Blogs, fan pages, and TikTok accounts started posting captions like YB finally checked Montana 700 or Montana got caught slipping. But Montana was quick to respond. The next day, he posted a picture with his crew, all smiles, writing, "Ain't nobody pressed nothing." That caption hit hard, not just as a denial, but as a statement. He wanted everyone to know he wasn't backing down or scared of YB's reputation. Behind the scenes, though, there were mixed reports. Some people close to both camps said YB's team wasn't happy with how Montana kept speaking on it, especially after the nail polish comments resurfaced again. It wasn't about music anymore. It was about pride, respect, and image. In Baton Rouge culture, YB's name carries heavy weight, and when someone outside that circle talks too much, it's seen as disrespect. Meanwhile, Montana used the momentum to boost his local presence. His following started to rise. New listeners tuned in just to see who this guy was, who dared to clash with one of rap's biggest names. But that spotlight came with pressure. Every time he dropped something, fans flooded the comments with YB better or he's doing this for clout. And yet, Montana kept his tone calm, almost too calm, which made it more interesting. He was playing chess while everyone expected a boxing match. Then came another twist. A video surfaced of someone yelling 700 during a YB affiliate's live performance, which quickly turned heated. The mic was cut, the crowd got restless, and the footage was up online within minutes. It was never confirmed if Montana's team was behind it, but the energy was clear. The tension had gone public again.
Yeah, why checked out River Bend though? Tell you that. Yeah, took his store and called us.
What made things worse was how both fan bases refused to let it die. Every little movement, every comment, every lyric was magnified and dissected. YB himself didn't directly speak on it, but insiders said he felt disrespected by the whole situation. Whether true or not, it added fuel to the fire. By this point, the beef wasn't just about who said what. It had turned into a quiet battle for respect. One between a global star defending his image and a street rapper trying to prove he wouldn't fold under pressure. Public fallout. By now, the tension between Montana 700 and NBA Youngboy had become more than just a story for fans. It was becoming a talking point in the rap industry. Bloggers, YouTubers, and even a few mainstream outlets started picking it up, labeling it as the unexpected beef no one saw coming. And that's exactly what it was. Nobody thought a regional artist like Montana would be face-to-face with one of the biggest names in hip-hop. But somehow, the situation had escalated that far. The public couldn't get enough of it. Every week, new videos came out breaking down hidden clues from both sides. One clip would claim Montana threw shade during a show. Another would analyze a line from YB's newest song. It became a full-blown internet investigation, with fans playing the role of journalists. Some were even digging up old footage, trying to find the very first moment this beef started. Others accused Montana of chasing clout, saying he was only keeping the tension alive to boost his name. But his supporters had a different take. They said he was standing his ground, refusing to bow to industry pressure.
So I can't understand. No, I ain't really on that.
I ain't sleep from
I can't understand that shit. They got retarded. Say, get the counsel. These kids need counseling. They don't need YB music.
That argument split social media right down the middle. YB's fan base, famously massive and loyal, flooded timelines with "stop playing with top" posts. Meanwhile, local Dallas pages began showing Montana love for holding his own. For a few weeks, it felt like a digital tug-of-war. Even people who had nothing to do with either camp were now picking sides. Then came the interviews. A few underground platforms reached out to Montana, asking about the situation directly. He never said YB's name, but he made it clear he wasn't intimidated. "I don't got issues with nobody," he said in one clip. But if someone feels hit, maybe they should ask themselves why. That line instantly went viral. Fans said it was the slickest way to throw a jab without saying a word. Within hours, people started tagging YB under the post, and that's when his side finally responded. Not through words, though, through silence. YB didn't say anything, but one of his producers tweeted, "We don't talk, we record." That was all it took. The next day, rumors spread that Youngboy had recorded a track addressing the situation, though it never officially dropped. Some said it was because his team didn't want to give the story more oxygen. Others claimed YB felt it wasn't worth his time. Either way, that silence added a layer of mystery, and for YB, mystery always works in his favor. Meanwhile, Montana's buzz continued to grow. Every time someone mentioned the beef, his name got bigger. But behind the rise came criticism too. Some fans argued that beefing with YB could end his career if he didn't handle it smartly. Others said it already gave him more exposure than he'd ever had before. It was a strange mix of opportunity and danger, the kind of balance only street rappers really understand. By the end of it, both artists had said enough without saying much at all. The world was watching, waiting for one of them to make the next move. But what came next wasn't another diss. It was reflection, and that's where everything took a turn. Final words. Every rap beef eventually reaches a point where the music fades and only the lessons stay. For Montana 700 and NBA Youngboy, that moment came quietly, not through a public truce or viral statement, but through silence. After months of tension, subtle disses, and endless fan debates, both sides just stopped talking about each other. No more lives, no more cryptic captions, just focus. And maybe that silence said more than any diss track ever could. For Montana, the whole situation had been a spotlight he never planned to step into. One misunderstood clip, one bold opinion, and suddenly he was on every major page, being compared to one of the biggest names in the game. But instead of backing off or apologizing to keep things smooth, he stood firm. Whether people called it confidence or pride, Montana made his stance clear. He wasn't scared of anyone, fame or not. That attitude earned him both respect and criticism, but most importantly, recognition. Even if fans didn't love his music before, they knew his name now.
Okay, you see me, my wife, you can talk to me. I'ma smoke you. You know what's going on with me. Yeah, I ain't gonna tell nobody, not even the police. I don't believe in none of that shit.
For Youngboy, the story was different. He didn't need the extra attention, he already had it. But every time someone tries to test him, it becomes another reminder of how much weight his name carries in the streets and online. Throughout all the chaos, he stayed mostly quiet, letting the music and his aura do the talking. Some called it maturity, others called it strategy. But for someone like YB, silence is often his loudest response. In the end, no one really won this beef, because it wasn't about victory, it was about pride and image. The rap world feeds off moments like these, where two artists stand their ground and fans pick sides like it's a championship game. But beneath all the entertainment, there's always that reminder. Words travel fast, and in this culture, respect means everything. What's interesting is how fans shape the entire story. They turned short clips into narratives, captions into controversies, and silence into signals. In a way, the internet became the third player in the beef, and maybe the real winner. Both rappers gained traction because of the buzz, proving once again how much power social media holds in shaping rap culture today. Now, months later, things are calm. Montana 700 is still working on his own sound, slowly building his path, while YB continues dominating charts and headlines like usual. There's no bad energy floating around anymore, just two different artists chasing success from different angles. And maybe that's how it should have been from the start. Because when you look back, this wasn't really about a diss or a line, it was about how easily a spark can turn into a storm when pride meets perception. In a world where one sentence can go viral in seconds, every move becomes a statement. Both rappers learned that the hard way. So maybe the final message here is simple. In this game, respect matters, but so does control. And sometimes, knowing when not to respond is what really keeps your name powerful. When the noise fades and the lights dim, only the truth stays. Montana, 700, and NBA Youngboy showed how quick a moment can turn into a movement, how pride can build legends or break peace. Maybe one spoke too loud, maybe the other stayed too silent, but both walked away unchanged. In the end, the story lives on, not in words, but in whispers of respect. If you like this video, make sure you're subscribed to this channel and don't forget to share it with your friends.